Hello and welcome to MindfulBeat. Today is our first stream. I hit 50 subscribers, so that's when I can do live on my mobile app. So this is my phone here, and we are live for the first time here with the mobile app. So this is an exciting day. I did some shorts with the mobile phone, so you can check those out. I'm gonna put a different mic in. So today's video, I'll cover one of my students asked what mindfulness was, and we use that in Tai Chi. And I wanted to kind of take a step back and explain what mindfulness is, and then do a little exercise on mindfulness. So if you're watching this, if you've done the practice of mindfulness before, let me know in the comments and how that maybe has helped you or what you've learned from that. And then if you're new to it, also please let me know in the comments what you find interesting about it, or what you might want to learn. So just a little story first. When after I graduated from college, I got a work permit to go over to Europe and work. So I was over there and did some journaling. I was kind of exploring myself, right? And some writing and that sort of thing. But it was a little bit before I went over there. I learned about um, kind of a meditation of going down by the river. So I went down by a creek, and I just listened to that creek, like the exercise I want you to do. And it was peaceful. The creek was only, 2 or 3 feet wide, so it was small. There was some trees. There wasn't anybody else around. And I just sat and listened to that stream, and it seems pretty basic, but it was really eye-opening for me to have that experience of just being by there and just not doing anything, but experiencing that. So hello, everyone. I see that comment. I am a legend. Smiley face with the glasses. Cool. Hello to you. So, well, hi. Well, where is everyone from here? I'm curious. Let me know in the comments, chat folks. I see New York City, the Netherlands. Hello, welcome, welcome. In Turkey night. I'm not sure what the night means, but you can explain that to me. All right. Hello. I see a big smiley pink thing. That must be a hand. In Grinosaur. So I'm Solomane Ellisri. Hello. Morocco. All right, hello. Welcome. 25 years old. Well, I am 51. It's been a while. The story I'm about to tell is when I was in my late 20s, actually. We'll get to that. So get on the ground. I have not been to Norway, Emmeline. Amit Singh and Ivan, those are some nice emojis. I like it. All right. Oh, I got some kisses from Amit Singh. All right. Chuck. Wow, I look incredible for 51. I'm 29, look like crap. Well, thanks, I guess. And I'm teaching, my channel here at MindfulBeat to, just some of the things that I've done over the years that have helped me, um, kind of de-stress and that sort of thing. Zam I do, you're 145 years old. I'm a dairy farmer in the Netherlands. Just visit Ohio Loudonville. Okay, Sundap. Cool, cool. Sounds like an interesting life there in the Netherlands. Um, I'm Solamore. I'm in the Halo. Cool, cool. Uh, Amit Sim. Oh, that is some my my age with the eyes and the small phone, but I don't know if that's the puke symbol or not, but, green the tongue anyway. I'm a legend. Well, thank you, thank you. I am a legend. So I thought I'd with this story, I was gonna get into some, talk about um, my time over in Europe after college, but in the US, it's more free. Oh, um, Kansas? I'm Solomon, is that a place in the States? Kansas? KA? Uh, um, so yeah, I did this like a book. One of my friends was like, "Hey, try this out." It was in a book, and so I'm by the stream and listening to the water and that sort of thing. And it just kinda stuck, like, so when I went over to Europe, I got a job. I got a different couple jobs, but I ended up doing dishes at this little cafe, at one stage, and so my goal was to, just be in the moment, which is, what the mindfulness, I guess, teaches, that practice, so I would try to think about my feet and my legs, my hands as I wash the dishes. Try to think about the sound of the water and the people yelling in the back about the food or the bread they were making or whatever. So, that's when I started. I was like, I guess, like, I look back and I say maybe that's really when I started practicing mindfulness, like, kind of on a what my 4-hour shift or whatever I did it for dishwashing, kinda leaned over the dishes. There was not, any fancy, thing over there for dishes, and, we even they even they didn't really have dryers over there as in Ireland, but so they were kinda old school over there. Um, so that's kind of the story behind my start to, like, kinda, like, thinking about my environment and thinking about my, thoughts while I was doing the dishes and think about my body as it's moving, putting the plates and the dishes in different places. So, that's that's kind of the story. We're gonna get into a quick mindfulness lesson we can work on here in a second. Let's see, check it back in a chat. Um, the stores are expensive. What's my profession? Oh, I have well, I have engineering background, but I was all in my 20s. I got done with college and I just wanted to travel and kind of do whatever for a while. So that was the situation there. um, What about anyone else out there? Do you have experience with mindfulness practices at all? I'm just curious, or is this new, or what, or what are you mindful about right at the moment? So let me see here. What else is going on? All right, so here we go. We're gonna go with the little lesson of the day. So, just in case you don't already know what mindfulness is, um, it's paying attention to it's a practice to pay attention to our thoughts. It can be a practice of paying attention to our sensations of our body or our surroundings in our environment. So, so basically, we want to notice if we're, especially if we're thinking about our thoughts, because they come and go, right? Just try to think about not being judgmental of that. So let's see. You were training in the USA FFA back in 1992. Um, what's F? What's FFA? Zundap. Mindfulness. Do what you think. hmm So, so I have a little exercise I thought we could do. So the body sensations, they could be like all of our senses, right? So the what we see, what we smell, what we taste, what we hear, what we feel, basically. Future farmers of America. Right. So we got so I got this little thing at the thrift store. It's a little bit timer. If you look at it from one direction, it's slightly crooked. So I think it's kind of funny, but I kind of liked it because it was wooden and it had the pink sand in it. Hello, 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 Snark Scribe. All right. So, I mean, you might have another object if you grab an object, or you can just grab, um, if you have like a sleeve or just part of your shirt here, something like this, just grab an object. And so we're going to go through the senses, right? So, um, first we'll do sight. So just take a look at it. If all these senses are accessible to you, if they're not, then you're probably better at, if you're blind or whatever, you can probably hear better than most people, or if you can't hear, then you probably can see, or so we all have our strengths. But anyway, we're gonna work with what we have and do what we can. So we're gonna look at the object and just notice it. So I'm seeing kind of a wood, light brown wood color. We got some pink, small granules of sand, some glass. We got this hourglass and these metal pieces connecting it all together. Okay. So what else? We've got, let's see, I'm gonna make this a little bit longer so I don't have to hold it quite as much. All right. You look like that you will be success in a short time. Well, thank you, Smart Scribe. So we've got this. What is our next, does anyone want to throw in what sense we want to do next? A little participation. Going, going, gone. Going, 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 gone. Okay. So next we're gonna do the ears. So just if you're using your shirt, just maybe see if it has any sort of sound when you feel it. I'm gonna shake this. I think this is loose, so it's making kind of a interesting sound, right? And I guess I could tap it or go like this, and I can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it in the mic. Well, I'm glad I'm motivating you, Snark Scribe. How, in what way, I guess, maybe. Okay, so I could probably tap this a little bit like that and make a sound, do a little musical thing. Uh, all right. So things at the like standing in line at the grocery store, for example. I mean, it's easy to get bored, but there's always something to kind of take in, right? Or focus on in a positive way, hopefully. um, and then obviously with the breath, and you hear about that all the time. And I'm doing some other videos in the shorts. If you go to my channel, the shorts, I just started a mindset and breathing and mindset lessons. So we're going to go through that. And there's Tai Chi and Qigong on there. But so the next sensory thing for our object is going to be taste. And I am not going to taste this timer. So, um, maybe if you chose an apple or something, you could taste it and and think about how it feels or tastes in your mouth. But so we're gonna skip that one for my particular object. Smell, it's another one. It may or may not apply to your to your shirt. Maybe certain parts of your shirt smell more than others, but I don't think this smells much at all, luckily. All right, so we did touch, or no, we didn't. We didn't do touch yet, did we? Okay, so we did sound, but as I touch it, I can feel and think about. Um, there's a sharp edge here, not super sharp, but there's an edge. These are nice and smooth. These particular parts, and this glass feels like glass, but the hourglass has kind of a nice shape. It's kind of annoying that it's crooked for me. Um, being someone who's likes symmetry, but that's one thing about it. When I touch it, like these things aren't symmetrical, right? These particular rods. So we went through the senses for our mindfulness exercise. Let's see, we went through. So mindfulness is also about um, viewing like thinking about our thoughts. I mean, with meditation, some people say to clear the mind, but for mindfulness, we're trying to be mindful of our thoughts. So they float in, and then we notice, oh, I'm having a thought, and then the thought goes away, and then there's really no judgment on how it's supposed to work, right? We're just being mindful of what's happening right now in the present moment. So I might be thinking of, the trees that I can see on the phone and behind me. And then I think, oh, about the chat. Oh, I'm thinking about um, whatever else. So, does anybody else have any thoughts on any of this? What object did you choose? If you're following along, or if you're just watching and have me in the background, that's fine too. Um, yeah, I have an engineering degree, so this is not my occupation, this particular YouTube channel. This is a hobby for me. So I teach some Tai Chi locally, and then I'm doing Tai Chi instruction. Um, I've done it for a few years, so that's I like to do now. I have a lot of music background too. I think I wanted to do music, but um, it's still fun. So I think it's a good way to uh, does anyone in their life, like in their job or so we did this exercise, and, um, old family ghost guides you? Ah, maybe there's a hidden meaning in that. Hmm. Maybe it's really deep, I just don't get it. So so yeah, I wanted to do this lesson on mindfulness today because one of my students of Tai Chi, like I said before, she was asking what it is, and my whole project here is called MindfulBeat. So, um, I wanted to kinda go into this. It's great that you're all here. This is my first time live on the phone here, so this is quite the exciting time. So, yeah, you can if you want qigong. I hurt my ankle. Anyone who can't stand, it's just a really good, even if you're in an office desk, to do that sort of thing. So, so that's the scoop. Um, I was just gonna pop on here and do this little lesson. So let's see. So if you are interested in this mindfulness, you can go to the shorts section on the videos, and I have, that breath work, breath and mindset. We're going to be going through how to try to stay positive, and um, I'm eventually going to get to try to tell my more of my story, um, some of the struggles I had starting in my 20s, and how this type of mindfulness and then different practices throughout my life like have helped me get to wherever I am now. um, which there's always a long way to go, but I was struggling in my 20s, especially late 20s. Somebody said they were in their 20s earlier. So so that's, and then the whole project of MindfulBeat, is not just mindful movement. That's what I'm starting off with, but I have um, the music and that sort of thing going on. Plus, I'd like to go through some journaling exercises. So um, I'll pop on here and do a lot more, I think, as time goes on. But I'm just trying to get everything started. See if this is going to work again with get it to work as a drum. I don't know if you can hear it. Whoops. My brother is blind, so we grew up listening to a lot of music and uh, and that sort of thing. You know, um, yeah. I used to go to the swimming pool with my friends in the summer, and I'd be like, "Oh, hi, bye, brother." He couldn't go with me. We did go to the pool sometimes, but so not everyone has all their senses, but he sure can um, hear well. Like he'll be like, "What you doing?" Like you can't. Could never eat anything like cookies or whatever without him knowing. He'd be like, "What are you doing? Share some with me." So anybody have, any other burning questions? Um, let's see. Da-da-da-da-da. All right. So we went through what mindfulness is. I didn't really go over, like, actually, I think I forgot, we went over the thoughts and the senses, but just like feeling inside of our body, um, as a form of mindfulness. So, I mean, if you're hungry, you feel inside in your stomach, and that's something you sense, right? But nothing has to be wrong in order to sense it. So we can just sit here and we can think, oh, I'm thinking about my feet right now, right? So I'm thinking of how the weight of my feet on the ground, you know, or something like that. Um, well, I wasn't very mindful when I like got that coffee all over my face. Sorry. All right, so on the Tai Chi channel, the Tai Chi and the Qigong. So the Qigong is more slower movements. Tai Chi, if you don't know, is just it's more of a martial art, but same sorts of concepts of being mindful and moving slowly, connection with something above us and the earth and that sort of thing. So, in all those practices, as we get better, we learn the basic movement. Let's say it's like arms up and down, like that. You'd do it differently than that, and you wouldn't be sitting back in a chair necessarily. But um, we would be thinking about inhaling and exhaling. We'd be thinking about that movement. Maybe our chest expands. So we would be thinking about, the movement itself and then how we're feeling inside our body and how all the different parts of our body, the location of those. So anyway, that's a little precursor to the whole project and the Tai Chi and the Qigong. So I think I will be off for now, but please stay tuned and we will chat again another time. All right. Catch you guys later. Have a good one.